You've seen big tech, but the real innovation is happening in devices small enough to fit in your hand. Here are the compact tools changing modern engineering. Hidden camera USB charger. This device combines a functioning USB wall charger with a built-in micro camera and image sensor on the front face. Inside, engineers separate the power conversion circuitry from the camera board to reduce electrical noise and heat, while still keeping the unit compact enough for a standard outlet. In professional environments, it can be used for authorized monitoring of storage rooms, counters, or equipment areas where a fixed viewing angle is needed. The design showcases dense PCB layout, heat management, and miniature optics working together in a familiar, everyday form factor. Mini wireless, clip-style, hidden camera. This mini clip-style camera houses a tiny lens, battery storage, and Wi-Fi or RF transmitter inside a lightweight shell that attaches to clothing, bags, or fixtures. It's often used in inspections, training, or field documentation where hands-free recording is important. Engineers have to balance antenna placement, weight, heat dissipation, and shock resistance, so the device stays stable while the wearer moves. Despite its size, it can capture wide-angle video, demonstrating how wearable imaging systems are shrinking without sacrificing core performance. HD Mini Wearable Camera Pendant. A mini wearable camera pendant disguises a full HD camera system inside a small necklace-style housing. The internal architecture includes a compact image sensor, image processor, flash memory, and rechargeable battery, all configured to minimize thickness and weight. These pendants are used by travelers, content creators, and field researchers who want unobtrusive, hands-free documentation. Engineers must address challenges like lens alignment, thermal buildup on skin contact points, and vibration from walking, making this a good example of how consumer imaging and wearable design intersect. Voice Recording Pendant Necklace. This voice recording necklace integrates a MEMS microphone low-power processor and solid-state memory into a pendant body that can be worn all day. It's used for capturing lectures, interviews, idea notes, or ambient audio in legitimate professional and academic contexts. Designers prioritize microphone positioning to reduce rubbing noise from clothing, and they tune firmware for long-duration recording on a small battery. The result is a piece of wearable audio tech that looks like jewelry but functions like a compact digital recorder, emphasizing discretion and comfort rather than visual complexity. Mini USB Spy Pen Voice Recorder. A mini USB pen voice recorder looks like a regular pen, but acts as a full audio recording device, with built-in storage and often a USB connector in the cap. Inside the barrel, engineers arrange a lithium battery, control board, microphone capsule, and flash memory along a narrow axis without affecting grip. The device is used for legitimate note-taking, meeting documentation, or language practice. Its engineering shows how mature audio recording components can be repackaged into everyday stationery without compromising usability as an actual writing instrument. Hidden Camera and GPS Bug Detector. This detector is a multi-sensor handheld tool designed to locate unauthorized transmitters and hidden imaging devices in a room or vehicle. It typically combines an RF spectrum receiver, GPS jammer signal scanner, and optical lens finder using focused LEDs that reveal lens reflections. Engineers design broadband antennas and digital signal processing firmware so the device can flag suspicious peaks across multiple frequency bands. Multifunction Bug Detector. A multifunction bug detector expands on basic RF scanners by also including magnetic detection, infrared visualization, and sometimes wired line analysis. Internally, it uses separate sensing circuits, one optimized for radio frequency sweeps, another for strong magnetic fields from magnets or tiny speakers, and a light array for lens locating. These devices are used where critical meetings or confidential development work require assurance that no unauthorized electronics are present. Its design highlights sensor fusion, multiple independent inputs feeding a single microcontroller that interprets unusual activity and notifies the operator. Professional Portable Camera Detector. A professional-grade portable camera detector focuses specifically on finding lenses, even when the associated electronics are not transmitting. It uses high-intensity pulsed LEDs and precision optical filters to create reflections that are easily seen through a viewfinder, along with optional RF modules for additional scanning. Engineers optimize the wavelength and pulse pattern of the LEDs to maximize contrast on tiny glass surfaces. This tool is commonly used in boardrooms, testing facilities, and high-security locations, and it represents the more sophisticated end of handheld optical detection technology, ultra-small screw camera module. An ultra-small screw camera module is a pinhole camera built into a housing that mimics a normal screw head, used in industrial inspection systems and robotics. The core contains a cylindrical PCB with a microsensor and lens assembly, plus wiring that runs through the threaded body. These modules allow engineers to place eyes in cramped mechanical cavities, moving joints, or sealed panels that would otherwise be impossible to monitor in real time. It's a clear example of how mechanical packaging and electronics are co-designed for specific industrial tasks. Tiny body-worn camera. Tiny body-worn cameras condense the functionality of larger body cams into a unit often no bigger than a matchbox. Inside, there is a ruggedized casing, shock-mounted sensor, wide-angle lens, storage, battery, and sometimes a wireless module. These are used by security staff, trainers, and field researchers for transparent, authorized recording of activities. Engineers focus on impact resistance, long-term battery performance, and thermal control, ensuring the camera can operate continuously in varying environments without overheating or losing footage. Mini security camera. A mini security camera is a compact surveillance unit with a wide-angle lens and often a fixed focal length, designed to mount discreetly in corners, ceilings, or shelves. The sensor is coupled with an ISP image signal processor and network interface, either wired or Wi-Fi, all on a small board. These are used in shops, offices, or storage rooms where a large dome camera would be visually intrusive. Engineering trade-offs involve low-light performance versus size, so infrared LEDs and noise reduction algorithms are common features. Student video pen camera. A student video pen camera takes the concept of the recorder pen further by adding a micro camera near the clip, pointing outward whenever the pen is in a shirt pocket. The interior volume is carefully divided between optics, battery, and storage, while user controls are usually disguised as clip buttons or end cap presses. It's designed for legitimate educational uses like recording whiteboards or lab demos from the wearer's perspective. The engineering challenge is maintaining stable image framing from a device that constantly moves with normal body motion. Packaged pendant voice recorder. A packaged pendant recorder wraps recording electronics inside a decorative resin, plastic, or metal shell that can be molded into many shapes. The design emphasis is on comfort, personalization, and lightweight feel, while still maintaining hours of record time. Internally, it's similar to a small dictation device, but the board layout is curved or staggered to fit the pendant contour. These are useful in seminars, field interviews, and creative projects where carrying a separate handheld recorder would be inconvenient. Hidden device detector and anti-RF scanner. This detector is built specifically to search for unauthorized RF emitting devices, like transmitters, trackers, or improvised wireless bugs. It uses broadband RF front ends, variable gain amplifiers, and a microcontroller that maps power levels across a range of frequencies. Some models visualize this as bar graphs or signal peaks. Engineers design the circuitry to be sensitive, but not overwhelmed by normal Wi-Fi or cellular chatter, which requires careful filtering and threshold tuning, is a key tool in modern RF hygiene and security compliance. Nova H1 earrings. Nova H1 earrings are a blend of jewelry and audio tech, using directional speakers and near-ear sound projection, rather than traditional in-ear buds. The electronics include a Bluetooth module, amplifier, rechargeable battery, and tiny drivers housed inside the decorative form. Engineers must ensure the weight stays low enough for comfort, while providing clear audio and stable wireless connection. These earrings are primarily aimed at users who want discreet listening without blocking environmental sound, and they exemplify the trend of embedding electronics into fashion accessories. FLIR One Pro. The FLIR One Pro, often written FLIR One Pro, is a thermal imaging attachment that clips onto a smartphone's charging port and turns it into a compact thermal camera. Inside are a microbolometer sensor, a visible light camera, and a processor that fuses thermal and visual images for easier interpretation. It's used by electricians, HVAC technicians, building inspectors, and engineers to find hotspots, leaks, and insulation issues. The tight integration with the phone offloads display and storage, allowing the module itself to remain remarkably small. Smart calculator. A smart calculator goes beyond basic math by embedding a microcontroller, extended memory, and sometimes wireless connectivity in a classic calculator form factor. It can store formulas, run small scripts, or interact with software depending on the model. Engineers must design secure firmware so the device behaves predictably and avoids vulnerabilities, especially in exam environments. Power management is another focus. Many models balance solar cells with long-life button cells to keep the device running for years. Pocket belt. A pocket belt is a minimalist, elastic waist belt, featuring one or more stretchable pouches that sit flat against the body. It's used by runners, travelers, and field personnel to carry phones, IDs, small tools, or sensors without bulky bags. Engineers and textile designers select moisture-wicking fabrics, robust zippers, and low-profile buckles that won't chafe. The result is a lightweight storage solution that distributes weight evenly, making carried devices feel almost invisible during movement. Screen C. Screen C typically refers to a compact screen capture or screen streaming device used in technical training, IT demos, or product walkthroughs. Internally, it contains a capture chip that accepts HDMI or similar input, compresses it in hardware, and forwards it to a computer or storage medium. Engineers pay special attention to latency, color accuracy, and compatibility with various resolutions. Its small form allows it to be tossed into a laptop bag and used anywhere a clean digital record of a display is required. Micro-LORD. Micro-LORD is often associated with small optical inspection tools used in precision work like watchmaking, miniature gear inspection, or detailed PCB analysis. These devices pair a tiny high-magnification lens with a sensor and sometimes an onboard display or USB output. Engineers optimize illumination, depth of field, and mechanical stability, so small movements don't blur the view. It's a good example of micro-imaging, helping humans see details far below what the naked eye can resolve. AirBell. AirBell is a smart bicycle bell concept that hides GPS and Bluetooth electronics inside what looks like a normal handlebar bell. When paired with a smartphone app, it can help locate a stolen bike, log rides, or provide alert functions. Engineers must fit the PCB, antenna, battery, and ringer mechanism into a tiny cylinder while maintaining water resistance and mechanical reliability. It shows how even the simplest cycling accessory can gain connectivity with careful design. Rear-view mirror glasses. Rear-view mirror glasses incorporate mirrored segments or prismatic lenses at the outer edge of each lens to give the wearer a backward field of view. Cyclists and runners use them to monitor approaching traffic without constantly turning around. Optical designers must choose angles that provide usable peripheral imagery while keeping forward vision clear and undistorted. The result is a passive, power-free safety tool that subtly extends human awareness in dynamic environments. Photo frame camera. A photo frame camera integrates a lens and image sensor behind or within the border of a standard picture frame, turning a decorative object into a monitoring point for authorized areas like reception desks or storerooms. The main challenges are lens concealment, heat dissipation in a thin housing, and routing power or data without visible cabling. Engineers may use Wi-Fi and low-power chips to keep the frame light and cool. It demonstrates how familiar interior decor can host functional electronics. Kumak Spy Earphone. The Kumak Spy Earphone is a micro-earpiece that relies on inductive coupling from a loop antenna worn under clothing, commonly used in theater, TV, or live presentations, to feed cues to performers. Inside the tiny shell is a coil miniature speaker, and sometimes a tiny battery, all tuned to pick up low-power magnetic fields. Engineers focus on comfort, skin-safe materials, and clarity of sound in such a constrained volume. It's a classic example of invisible in-ear monitoring for professional use. Zerote cap. A Zerote-style cap is a baseball cap or similar headwear with embedded electronics, such as a small camera, Bluetooth audio, or fitness sensors. The internal components are usually placed in the brim or sweatband, where foam layers can hide wiring and protect circuit boards. Engineers must keep the overall weight low and maintain flexibility so the cap still feels natural. This type of product shows how wearables can extend into everyday clothing without obvious external hardware. Digital voice recorder. A digital voice recorder is a pocket-sized device dedicated to capturing clear audio with minimal setup. It includes one or more directional microphones, a preamp, an ADC DSP for noise reduction, and solid-state storage. Engineers optimize the mic arrangement to handle speech at varying distances while resistant to handling noise. These recorders are used in journalism, education, law, and business, proving that a focused, single-purpose device can outperform multipurpose gadgets when audio quality and reliability are critical. Smart air purifier. A smart air purifier combines HEPA, or activated carbon filters, with sensors and a microcontroller that continuously monitors indoor air quality. It may detect particulate matter, VOCs, or humidity, adjusting fan speed automatically for efficient cleaning. Engineers design the airflow pathways, fan curves, and acoustic insulation to maximize filtration while minimizing noise. Connectivity through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth allows users to see air quality metrics in real time, turning a passive appliance into a data-driven environmental tool. Portable noise generator. A portable noise generator produces controlled sound profiles, like white, pink, or brown noise, that are used for masking speech and reducing distractions. Inside, a low-power DSP or microcontroller shapes pseudo-random signals and sends them through a compact amplifier and speaker or headphone output. Offices and therapy practices use them to maintain acoustic privacy or create calming environments. Engineers tune the frequency curves so the noise feels smooth rather than harsh, even over long listening periods. GPS drone. A GPS drone integrates satellite-based navigation, inertial sensors, brushless motors, and flight control firmware to maintain stable flight and precise positioning. The onboard controller fuses data from GPS, accelerometers, gyros, and sometimes magnetometers to hold altitude, follow waypoints, or auto-return to its launch point. Engineers must optimize propeller design, battery chemistry, and weight distribution to achieve useful flight times. These drones are used in mapping, inspection, filmmaking, and environmental monitoring, showcasing how advanced avionics can fit into a compact multi-rotor frame. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below on which device surprised you the most.